I mean, it's a map that we rarely see in North America until recently. A couple teams have been picking it up a bit more, but here we go. Straight into that pistol round.
Yeah, I'm personally a huge fan of Cobblestone. I love playing it, love watching it. It's a very dynamic map, and there's a lot of opportunities for both sides to make plays and be aggressive as well. There's so many little nooks and crannies to find yourself in. I think drop zone is typically a must-watch position. It's very volatile. It can pretty much determine set rounds depending on how it goes. If the terrorists can just plow through without too many issues, it can really go in their favor. But you've seen action already from the standing right now. Bjarly and Pasha both get franked themselves, though, with the Glocks. And Virtus.Pro in good shape already in this pistol round. It's all down to RPK and Kenny.
Yeah, man.
Don't fancy their chances.
They just collided so fast right there on the pistol round, and, well, Titan just got steamrolled over. It's only RPK alive right now against 4. He'll break the vents, and that's going to alert to exactly where he is, but he's still able to get 2. He gets both Snacks and Pasha brought down, and he's still fighting from within the vent room. Bomb's getting planted, but he's actually got this into a workable situation until Neo with that P250 will bring him down.
Yeah, it's a heroic attempt from RPK, but just too many players to find and kill, and too many crossfires to deal with as well. So Virtus.Pro with the early entries there from Bjarly and Pasha, reigning out supreme. 3 MAC-10s, a Tech 9, and an MP7 to finish things off. On the flip side, Titan are going to be going for a few upgraded pistols with some Kevlar thrown in for good measure. Deagle with an Molotov from Existence. They've got plenty of stuff to work with here, Titan, and if they can stack in the right positions, they could definitely catch Virtus.Pro off guard. This is what I'm talking about with Drop Zone. You can boost up through Drop Zone and catch the terrorists off guard who are going through long, and they're taking heavy casualties. Taz answer back with the Tech 9, but it's all going to be on that boosted man, Existence, and he's been found out, and he has been fragged, and that should be Virtus.Pro picking up their second round, borrowing a miraculous play from RPK. He lands one, and then falls down himself. It's all on Apex.
Once again, RPK, and that's, I mean, Apex is pretty far away, so he was basically just completely alone, 1v3, tried to work through that smoke and get something done, but unfortunately could only find one. Now Apex with, I mean, he does have a Kevlar here and a CZ, so I thought he might scurry off and save it, but no, Pasha will push up there towards Long B and brings him down, 600 bucks to him, and BP looking to get that third round.
And they really should. You're expecting them to pick up the third round now, because Titan committed to the previous one. They're going to be on a couple of upgraded pistols, but no Kevlar, no defuse kits, no grenades. Virtus.Pro should be able to plow on through. AK-47 onto Neo. Snacks has the CZ, and they could very well be saving up for this next round as well, going for an AWP for Pasha, because you look at their economy, they've got plenty of funds split across Pasha, Bjarly, and Taz. And knowing that it's an eco, they don't have to worry too much about upgrading the CZ and the MAC-10 and the MP7, so it should be good for them. Meanwhile, they'll be pushing through mid, but look at this from Apex. He's getting all the way around the back, and if he could have picked that frag up, there was every chance. Instead, he gets MAC-10 down, and Virtus.Pro are in prime position once again.
Yeah, and they actually didn't really bother upgrading almost anything, still sticking on these submachine guns. Taz with just that Tech 9, which means even if Titan on their full eco here are able to cause some damage, it's not going to matter. Still, and everyone lives, right? Pasha there with another kill with the MAC-10. He's at 10 grand already.
It's crazy, and it's an easy AWP for him if he wants to pick it up. I don't expect them to keep these SMGs because they're going to know that the M4s and the AWP are going to be against them. So, Pasha, please drop that MAC-10. There we go. He's dropped it, and he's going to get an AK. So, not going for the AWP. And that suggests to me that it's going to be more set around set plays and then potentially pushing up fast and trying to catch Titan off guard rather than that slow, sneaky beaky kind of round where Pasha's going to try and get an opening pick onto mid. And that seems to be the play here. They're all pushing down long, going to be walking in and trying to catch the CTs off guard.
There's a pop flash in, though. IO Rec going to try to peek it. He's actually behind Taz. Existence will find the kill from the front side regardless. He was around that left side of the block there. Now smoked off. There is a bit of a gap, but they have already crossed. Bjarly arming the bomb right now. Existence going to wrap around the statue. He will bring down Bjarly. Pasha to find him for the trade is there. Kenny S hits the op shot, but it was just a leg. Kill is cleaned up, though, and they will retake the site. Kenny S on that defuse. 3 members survive, and that's going to be big, but it's not over yet, right? Another rifle round. VP will have no problem before they're going to be forced to save, so Titan going to have to work hard.
Definitely, especially considering that is the bomb defuse. So they get the bomb plant down, still plenty of funds to play with because they went for the AKs and not the AWPs. There's no huge commitment there, and Virtus.Pro back to AKs again. I mentioned this before, that recently Titan did play against Envious, their French counterparts, and they got smashed 16-1. So this is a map that I wouldn't say they're completely set and stable on just yet. And Virtus.Pro, you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to be trying to find a small weakness that they can exploit to the most effect. Right now it looks to be more of a slow, steady approach. Last time was a rush in, didn't quite pay off for them.
Yeah.
Waiting for Titan to make some mistakes.
And they might just find it right there. Pasha works his way around that smoke and gets existence as he pushes up to the catwalk. He tries to jump over, but can't see Kenny S as he does get smoke blind. And there's an even trade. He was just the lurk, though. That might be apparent now, as no other noise coming over at B. They don't have someone lurking in the drop, which is normally going to be Neo or Taz kind of lurking around on this map when VP has played it. They usually actually hesitate from playing very fast, so I think that was more an effort to catch Titan off guard in that last round, but obviously it fell flat. And they'll work it back to B.
It's all about the mind games, especially on Cobblestone, because there's such a long distance to travel between the sites, and therefore rotations are absolutely key and paramount, that you can pretty much force the enemy to make unforced errors. So it's going to be an interesting one right now. Whether Virtus.Pro are going to use this last 28 seconds.
Oh, they're getting flanked. Apex is hot on their tail.
Quickly.
Naxo hits the entry. Oh, IOREC can't hold on either. RPK, though, from the drop. Going to get 2 kills right there, but Taz quickly answering back with 2 of his own. And that's going to be secured, even a personal $300 for Snacks as he puts that bomb down. And 4-1 for VP. They're practically 2/3 of the way done of finding those 6 rounds that you'd want to get on T side.
Yeah, and that's Titan again, you know, in an economic horrible position. And Virtus.Pro, I was saying there that they need to be quick, because at 28 seconds you called Apex was flanking round. And sometimes Virtus.Pro do get into this scenario where they're very strong playing aggressively. Sometimes they do stumble when they play slow. Titan tried to make the most of that, but now, as you mentioned, Virtus.Pro already just smashing towards that tally at half time. And you know, the way they've been playing so far, Helium, I don't know, man, they could be getting up towards 7 or 8 rounds. They've been playing so solid here.
Yeah, and now it's just going to be pistols again. Neo is going to find Apex, and you've actually still got, this time. So I believe when they go for the A fakes, I think it's Taz lurking around the drop, but when they go for the B pressure early on, it's Neo lurking out toward the middle is generally how they do it. Sometimes Neo and Pasha watching long A, but here they go, just executing into the B site. Nothing really too much to worry about. The deagle that could have caused some damage with those 1-taps is now out of the picture. Existence had it. He actually burned alive. And now 4-on-1. It is Kenny S, though, but without an op.
Yeah, and he's still yet to frag as well, which is going to be worrying signs for Titan. 004 and soon to be 005 more than likely. Does land a few shots there onto Neo, which is going to keep him at bay.
On the path to be the secret agent, man.
He is. We got a bond earlier. I was casting a game, and I think it was Angel got a 007, which was quite unfortunate. But yeah, Kenny has just dropped there, so he is on the way. 005, and we already talked about this in previous times, Helium, that when we watch Titan, Kenny S is such a huge integral part of their side. If he's not shown up, typically they struggle to win games.
I'm like a little happy because RPK for me has been the guy, you know, the legend from Source coming back, and he had never really performed. Yeah, he's got an off game where he just goes absolutely nuts, but it had been Kenny S carrying the last couple times I've seen them in action. So I'm happy that RPK is on the top of the scoreboard, and he's going to get another 2 right there, locking down the drop room, but it's not going to matter if Kenny S is sitting on 0 frags. So they might have this round a good shot here. Existence as Pasha misses that op shot. He's going to be brought down, and suddenly it's just Neo and Snacks up there towards the drop versus 4 members of Titan.
Yeah, and you called it. You know, even if RPK is just firing on all cylinders, they need all 5 players here, and they definitely need Kenny S. We've also seen Apex recently really stepping up his game and starting to somewhat bring himself into the forefront of Titan's carries, but they have picked up that second round, which was huge. You can see the economy from Virtus.Pro is more than good enough to buy back up once again. And they are going to have AK-47s across the board with a Glil as well. So Virtus.Pro looking for that 6th round. And this would be a pretty crucial one. If they win this, Helium, Titan are back to Eco again. They are going to be back in all sorts of trouble.
I suppose it is worth mentioning, right? We've got IOREC in here and not Maniac. So that could also be affecting Titan's CT hold as well.
Yeah, definitely. Maniac himself has shown himself to be pretty huge on Titan's side, but He is pretty much an official stand-in for Titans. You'd expect that he knows all their tactics, he knows what he needs to do. Whether he'll perform today or not is a new question altogether. And they really need someone to stand tall here.
Look how Kenny S has a fresh Hyper Beast stat track, 0 kills on it. The real question is, will he be able to put one on it in this game? Because still, yeah, he's 00. He's about to be 006, and there you hit Secret Agent territory. Snacks, once again, failing to kill RPK. RPK holding down drop room like a boss. Pasha, oh, he had got one pushing through the smoke earlier. Existence finding payback here in round 8. 4-on-2 now. Taz and Bialy, the only ones up. Taz in a really good spot, though. They do not know he's going to be here.
Kenny has got a kill, so he's got one on his Hyper Beast.
Nice.
He's not going to be landing the 007 today, and he's got his team in a 4v2 scenario. Flashbang not quite paying off. Taz peeks round, gets one, gets two as well, and suddenly this round is very winnable from Virtus.Pro. 30 seconds. The FAMAS spray is just not enough from Irek, and that could be the bomb planted, and this should have been a clear-cut round for Titan.
Yeah, Taz, man, he was just going sneaky beaky like. He's on the wrong side to do that, too. He's not a CT. Sneaking up towards long A, able to catch 2 of them without taking any damage was huge. He only took a little bit from that Molotov, but now he's in the site in a 1-on-2. Existence finally came over to clean up Taz, and time is running out, so he's gonna try. He's actually gonna fake it and try to go for a double. That was a pretty high-risk play and will not work out.
I'm a bit confused there from Virtus.Pro because in a 2v2 they knew one of the players was on platform. Fair enough, the other could have been coming up mid or potentially from long A, but I would have still liked Bialy to have just stuck the first plant. He faked too many times, and then, as you called, he had like 3 seconds look for the fake into a double kill. That should have been the bomb plant 2v2 scenario for me, and well, that lapse in concentration cost them the round potentially. Either way, Titan do pick up their third, albeit just by the skin of their teeth.
I mean, he would have had to have capitalized on their mistakes. He's planting at the bare minimum time, so he was hoping like, hey, like, we have to push him. There's only 4 seconds. He can't fake. And then they would line up or something, but I don't know. I think at that point, you're just looking for the other team to make a mistake. But now Kenny S with the Dragon Lore. On the Dragon Lore's home map, right? This is where things can get dangerous.
Take it back to the home field advantage, maybe. They've lost the first player. It is an eco from Virtus.Pro, so Titan should close this down, and now it's just important they keep all weapons in check. RPK has fallen. Top fragger for Titan is dead and buried. And the P250 rains out, and now Bialy has the M4 in his grasp. Only 20 HP, throws it across to Snack. Smart play. But still, I mean, Titan, there's a long, long way ahead of them this round if they're going to pick up a 6th. 40 seconds, and they're a player down with an AWP in the hands of Kenny. Good luck.
So you don't see this every day. The terrorist got into the drop room and then boosted back up through the drop and are now going back out long B. So I don't know if this is too much of a mind game that it's just going to be ineffective, or maybe it's just enough. But Existence is still watching that angle and might have heard one jump. Definitely sees one now. Takes his attention back to the drop room. IO Rec in a really good spot there, right below the catwalk exit. And Existence gonna find 2 of those kills, assisting on the other. And well, as we have it right now, it's RPK and Existence doing the most here. 11 kills and 8 kills respectively. Pasha with 9 there for VP. And now it's 5-4. Titans starting to make a game of this.
They are, but they have to keep things going forward because remember, Virtus.Pro on the T side, they're already just 1 or 2 rounds shy of a good half as far as they're concerned. There's still 5 rounds of game time left. So Titan, yes, you've started to make your way back into Cobblestone, but don't falter now. Make sure you keep the poles down, otherwise this could start to get a bit messy for you on the CT side. Irek on platform, on long, doing work. There's another player in the smoke. It's Snacks. Does he have any idea about this? Throws the flashbang back in. That lands behind Snacks, and now he's going to push through the smoke. Look at this aggressive play from Snacks, and he gets a kill out of nothing. Yes, Virtus.Pro is still a player down, but I like that gameplay from Snacks, making sure he got a kill before falling himself.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get out of dodge, so instead of having a 4-on-4 situation, it's going to be 4-on-3 for Titan. And this is the round where they want to tie it up. Also a rifle round for VP, and oh man, IO Rec just gets into a great spot right there. Almost had a 2-for-1 as well.
Very close, yeah. I was just about to say the same thing. They nearly lined up for him. But he did get the information. He spotted the second player. And I think he spotted the bombs. The CTs now know exactly what's coming. 40 seconds. They're going to be looking for the push. Irek still with the AWP is waiting. And he gets sprayed through the smoke from Bialy. And that's going to be the tease now pushing onto the site. Kenny S back on the connector, misses his first shot. RPK is there to pick up the pieces. And now Bialy gets shut down from Kenny S. Much better from Titan. And Iorek, you know, take a bow. That was a really nice play he pulled off on long B there.
Yeah, he got there at the perfect time. I mean, first of all, he was the one who brought down Snacks for the trade on his teammate Existence. And then he picks up the op and got into a great spot. Definitely secured them the round. As we have seen, I mean, VP was able to strike back, almost winning that 2v4 a couple rounds ago. But now it's tied, 5-5. And, I mean, 5 rounds on the T side for VP is definitely going to be enough to work with. But I think in their minds, they're going to want 1 or 2 more, most definitely. And actually, so far, let's see, they won only really 1 or 2 rifle rounds, right? Because they got the first 3 rounds. So far in the rifles, they've had trouble. Now Kenny S is starting to heat up, and this is when things get so dangerous. They get lucky that he doesn't hit that shot. Only getting the 1. Apex, though, to find another. And just like that, it got another 4-on-3, and Apex playing close here into Stables, able to get 1. Wasn't expecting 2 to push him so quickly. Taz hits an op shot, though, onto the player coming up connector. And just like that, we're into a 1-on-1. Pasha versus Existence. Existence coming up CT middle, and Pasha hanging out at long A. Has the bomb in a minute. And on a map like Cobble, it's so massive. You can just walk around, and Existence is just going to have to keep guessing.
That's why mind games play such a huge pivotal role, and why Virtus.Pro are so strong on maps like this, because they've got the experience, they've got a lot of very intelligent players, but it seems that Existence has put all of his eggs in the B basket. 31,000 frags on that M4? Jeez, this guy's a killing machine. But look at this. Virtus.Pro, Pasha's just going to chill out in mid and potentially go back to A again. That's exactly what's happening right now, and Existence knows it. He knows exactly what is up against him. 15 seconds. Pasha has to start getting a move on, otherwise he's going to time himself out. Existence moving in towards the connected doors, flashes through, gets the frag onto Pasha, who maybe stayed in mid a bit too long. And the Titan pick up the round, but another very close one.
Yeah, just like that. Well, actually, VP still has 6 grand on just about everybody, so big round coming in for them right here. Seems like they've been a lot more B-focused, VP has. We've seen them, you know, kind of start off. Obviously, that round they started off in long A. But I feel for the most part, they've been trying to work those picks in B, and it just hasn't been happening, with Pasha trying to push through the smoke on the catwalk. And just, I mean, 1 round he was successful with it, but other than that, it hasn't really worked for him. And again, Existence going to find the trade. RPK on another. And that's that drop room player, so they start off around towards B, and it quickly spirals out of control. But, I mean, still possible to bring it back. They're only a man down, but as RPK gets another, it's going to be tough. That flash was actually amazing. Taz, though, had no way of knowing.
Yeah, and you can see that Neo knows that there is Iorek there, who's been consistently on platform or around it, but he still gets fragged down, and that's going to leave Taz, who comes in to pick up the pieces. 98 HP remaining, takes 7 from that grenade, and he's making this round as costly as possible. Auto Sniper ringing out. He's going to try and plant this one. No, he just goes for the fake, tries to draw out CTs, and Apex runs in, switches to his CZ, and mows him down. And yeah, you're completely correct. A lot of these have been B-forced attacks, and the rifle rounds have not been going fantastically for VP, so I think they need to mix things up here. Try maybe a fast, aggressive push on towards A.
Yeah, Iorek's actually just been straight up a wall over there on the B site. Like, you think there's an opening to get out onto the catwalk, but there's not. It's an illusion. Iorek is there just closing it down. And now 4 AKs once again for VP, because they have lost at this point 6 in a row, but Bialy finally starts things off great. That was Existence kind of switching up the way he's playing. He goes for an early mid peak. And that falls apart, so now you've got Apex pushed out A long, and Kenny S watching Danger, or the stairwell connector there. As B-site is open for business. Bomb was still floating towards middle, so it'll take another 10 seconds or so to get to the site. But there it is, and it looks like VP will finally find that 6th round. They've got a 5-on-2 situation, and I mean, you got expensive guns on Kenny S and Apex right now. They might just want. Oh yeah, Kenny S and Apex. They might just want to save.
Yeah, that's a lot of the money that they don't want to be letting slip through the cracks. Apex picks up the first one, but he's going to get dropped to Bialy with the second as well, and that is what, towards $10,000. It's just been wasted. It has just been dropped off the battlefield from Titan. And had they have kept those weapons as well, let's look at the hypotheticals. They could have ran an auto sniper at potentially B on platform. They could have took Kenny's AWP through onto A, and that could have won them the round. You know, if they land a couple of shots with those long range weapons, they've got every chance. And as it stands, they have to force up here with a P90 and a couple of assault rifles with the AWP as well, actually. So this is still doable from Titan.
I mean, we see why. Even with them winning 6 in a row, round 11 and round 12. I mean, or just to say the last 2 rounds, they lost 7 people on the side of Titan, and on the CT side, you just can't afford that 2 rounds in a row. It makes your economy so fragile. Thus, they're having to force up here, and VP actually find themselves in a good spot to tie it up and then just have a rifle round to decide who is actually going to be numerically the victor in this first half, because obviously you're looking for the big 8 on the scoreboard there.
You are indeed. And if Titan lose this round, it's going to be another force bite, and it's not going to be fantastic weapons. So this could effectively be 2 rounds for Virtus.Pro, and they have the auto sniper on Pasha. But they haven't made any moves just yet. 50 seconds left on the timer. We've said that they've been going for B too many times. This seems to be a mid-play. Look at RPK. He's got the P90. It's at close range as well. He has given his position away, though, and he gets shut down without anything. If he just waited another couple seconds, Helium, he could have potentially had a triple. Oh, yeah, so disappointing.
I mean, I guess they were going silent, so he had no way to know that they were going to be there. But if they had Kenny S make a distraction with that op and then RPK, you know, they're going to be like, all right, push Kenny S or he's going to kill us all. And the P90 is there to just absolutely cut them down. But it doesn't work out that way. IO Rec with a 5-7 Kevlar. Kenny S hiding around. Going to the Dragon Lore room to save his Dragon Lore. Actually, he's going all the way back to spawn. He might be trying to get up in that Harry Potter room. He's going to Hogwarts.
Hopefully he can save it, but he gets taken down. And IREC now with the 5-7 in drop, looks for a second kill. Did dink Bjarly down to 8, so nearly got some of the rewards for that aggression, but instead it is going to be 7-7, and regardless of what happens in this last round, of course, Virtus.Pro will be desperate to pick it up, but 7 rounds on T-side, well, that is solid. Virtus.Pro will be happy, regardless of what happens, and as I said, it could effectively count for 2 rounds. Titan, CZ force buy, 5-7 force buy. This is bare bones. No defuse kits, few grenades. Virtus.Pro shouldn't be able to lose from this position. Yeah,
and because instead of like Titan saving in that last round to have a strong rifle in the very last round of the half, now they've just got a very forceful situation. They'll put 2 up long to get those closer angles, but no one is watching the back. Oh, as Kenny S just turns, Taz greets him. He doesn't expect 2 though, but they. You know, the rest of VP will check it out. They'll find Apex, and just like that, round falling apart right now. Existence trying to come in through the balcony, and still in the back of CT spawn is RPK, but Taz will spray him down. And good entries for him, and there it is, VP. The you know, kind of in the middle of the half towards the late part of the first half, VP kind of struggled a little bit to get anything done, but wow, they turned it around so quickly right there at the end. 3 in a row, and they win the half 8-7.
Yep, and that is going to put them in great shape here. Taz, 18 for 8 that half. A player who has been on a mission lately in the scene, constantly performing to a pretty high standard. Bjarly, 12 and 8. Pasha, 13 and 9. So 3 of them really pulling their weight. And it's not necessarily to say that Titan didn't have the same kind of scenario. You know, there's only a 5 kill spread from RPK to Apex. Kenny is lagging behind with 4 and 10. I think that's safe to say. And at one point he was on for the special agent scoreline. But yeah, they need him. They need him more than ever here on T side, because Kenny's the kind of player, if you put an AWP in his hands on T side, he can get the quick flick shots, he can get the quick peeks, and he can start to open sights up for you. But if Kenny doesn't show up here, I feel like Titan don't have much to offer on their T side, and that's going to be crucial.
You know what's funny is Kenny S didn't get a single 2K round, so or any multiple kill rounds. So all 4 of those kills came on separate rounds, and I think I don't know if it's 100% true, but I think it's safe to say that every round that he killed a person on, they won.
Yep. I think every time he got a kill was eco rounds as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling like he didn't get...
He had at least 1 op frag, or maybe even 2, I remember. But yeah, I think you might be right.
So it's basically not looking good for Titan, but 7-8 behind on T side, it's still very winnable. They need to get this pistol around desperately. They're going to need to get some strats sorted. Whenever I've seen Titan on T side, it hasn't blown me away, but maybe this is the time we're going to see something special. Virtus.Pro have very aggressive defensive strats on the CT. They like to get information. They like to push through long A. They like to sneak around the back. They're a very good CT side on Cobblestone, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this has to hold for us. Gonna have to wait a little bit longer. The teams are teasing us with this pause.
Neo went to station for drink. I'm guessing that's a gas station or whatnot, but apparently he lives very close to one because he is back already. Dang, he didn't give me anything. I'm gonna be salty about that.
Just lives next to a gas station. Okay.
If VP makes it to the CEVO land and be like, hey, how come you didn't pick me up anything during that cobble match? Could have used another coffee or a Red Bull.
Well, we have to see if the refreshments are gonna turn out to be
Or a
Virtus.Pro.
Hyper
Yeah. Oh my goodness, the Hyper Beast on Kenny S though. He literally got his first kill live on stream. I feel blessed. We witnessed history today. But it's going to be a push on platform. Down long B, and Neo gets the first pick there with a one-click Purely as well. And, well, Virtus.Pro are looking to rinse and repeat from their first pistol performance, and they've done it. They won the first pistol performance in style, they won the second. And that was around Titan desperately needed. And that's... I'm not saying that's, you know, the first foot out of this match or anything like that for a Cobblestone, but it's not looking good. The early signs are not good for Titan.
Man, CT pistols are so terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
They feel so strong. Like, remember GoldenEye for N64, and you would play on the big head mode, and people's heads would just be massive? I feel like that's what it feels like when you're on the CT side with the pistol. You're like, man, wasn't aiming at his head, but it exploded. Got him.
I prefer the USP so much over the Glock, but look at the P90 spray down from Taz. He's got two. There's Neo with the MP9 as well. This is a committed round from Titan. They went for Kevlar, and they have lost every single player. It's a knife as well. Oh,
with
man.
the falchion, I believe, as well.
Yeah, it is. And that entire round, Virtus.Pro lost 6 HP on Snacks and 6 HP on Taz, and that was it. Very one-sided.
CT's just picked up not only all the $600 kills, but $1,500 for Snacks.
Yes.
It's gonna be big, and they're gonna stay. They're not gonna upgrade at all, right? They're just gonna clean up these Glocks, and I mean, it's almost better if Pasha doesn't do anything with the M4 or Taz with the P90. Just let these MP7s and 9s go to work.
Rack yourself up some more kills, some more money. You know that Titan aren't going to be on any Kevlar. You know they're vulnerable to SMGs. This is really where SMGs come into their own. So, yeah, it would make no sense for them to upgrade. It allows them to get an AWP or an auto sniper quicker as well if they can rack up these ranks. And Virtus.Pro are in great shape to take this to 11-7. Titan have nothing to play with. They have not literally bought a single grenade, a single P250 or pistol upgrade. They're going for full Glock train.
This is a true eco round. Starting with that 1,000 equipment value and staying there is Titan. And already, look at Pasha.
Just pushing. This is what I'm talking about. They're very aggressive on CT side.
Snacks is ready to go. Here's IO Rec running for sure. It's so hard to check that. I think they kind of have like those brackets on the wall there. Makes it really hard. You got to peek out pretty wide as a terrorist trying to come up CT middle. I'm always so scared of that location when I try to come out of there, and, well, it doesn't work out, clearly. Apex, the last one up, he did pick up Neo's Hot Rod MP9. And, of course, it would have a VP sticker on it already.
But only 9 HP. But, you know, all things considered, to try and look at, you know, in that positive light, that was a full eco, as you say, a true eco from Titan. They did pick up 2 frags. It may not mean a great deal because we're already talking about the SMGs easily converted into assault rifles and an AWP. But still, you know, you've got to take the small bonuses out of each scenario, and they are able to get themselves up AKs now. So this is the first test from Titan. What can you do when your back's against the wall on T side of Cobblestone? They have to start winning, and they have to start winning soon. So this is huge.
Snacks is getting very aggressive here, peeking at long. He's going to miss his shot. He will be able to fall back, though. Goes a flash out. He'll have to go past danger. Yeah, he will all the way back into the site. And Pasha also... He's actually wants to stay close to middle. He just wants to put the smoke in, and they're both going to move into the mid room. And we can see 4 people out there for Titan, and that door is paper thin. It's 1 kill, 1 shot, 1 kill through that door with a deagle to the head or an op. And as Pasha gets spammed down quite quickly.
The plot thickens. Titan do pick up the first frag. That's going to put them in good shape, but they have to keep going. And you can see already the CTs stacking 2 on either side. And Titan haven't done much with this. They're still making noise around long. There's a grenade just been spotted from Snacks. He's got an AWP. He tries to have the shot, and he misses it. And there's Kenny S to make him pay indeed. And it's just to add insult to injury, smacks his face on the wall of his corpse. But it's a 3-on-4. 30 seconds. Kenny S spots the player, gets the frag. Titan have this site right for the taking. Apex has dropped Taz. Kenny S misses the shot to Bialy, but Existence is there to pick up the pieces. And I said it was a huge round, and credit to Titan, they grasp it, but that was closer than they were hoping for.
Yeah, they were still able to pick up that op from Snacks. It's saved, and they'll throw it back over to Kenny S, who's now 7 and 14. So 3 kills so far in the second half. In just 4 rounds, right? So that's not bad. That's definitely way better than he was doing on the CT side of things. 3 AKs and a Galil for Titan. And, well, I had a lot of money because of all the SMG kills and, of course, that knife. So we see actually Neo with the Scout. It's maybe a little bit worrying. 3 M4s and Bialy with FMAS.
It is a bit worrying, but it is a weapon that, in the right hands, can still cause devastation. Speaking of devastation, Kenny and Apex just rip apart long. I think Kenny hit that shot through the wall as well, so very nicely done by him. Now you're seeing already that Neo desperately trying to rotate round to fill in the gaps that were just pushed through, courtesy of Titan. IREC being a nuisance on long, keeping Taz there. And it looks as though they're going to rotate onto B, and 2 VP players are here. This could backfire pretty horribly on Titan unless they can pick up Taz from behind. They do tag him, they give away their position, but there's the frag from Kenny S. So all of my worries have been well and truly squashed. And Titan will plant that bomb and get their 9th round.
Yeah, well, I mean, Neo was the far back player in B site, and he pulled off towards A, and then the other 2 players were just kind of watching the drop, and you're not holding on to the B site when you are playing it from those positions. It's going to be impossible. Titan were able to take it no problem, and yeah, just trying to hold on to these guns so they can maybe try to do something creative here coming up in round 21, because it's going to be a save. Even with the M4, we'll see how they want to work around that. Maybe with some pistols. Could possibly put Neo, if he has the spawn for it, he can even drop the Scout, obviously. Push him out long and then throw some pistols in towards the mid-room, and if he can tag somebody, then the pistols could clean it up. And if they luck out, it'll just be like a lurker or 2 towards A. I don't know. I'd like to see something more creative on one of these rounds, but they didn't actually save anything in the end. They were hunted and killed.
Yeah,
Operation Bloodhound.
And it doesn't seem like they have any interest in upgrading these pistols. Or really going for anything. So these are the kind of rounds where we're almost expecting Virtus.Pro to try, you know, a tactic out of left field and try and really catch Titan off guard by maybe a cheeky push. But they're going to stack 4 players in A, and look where Virtus.Pro are. 4 stacked on mid, just outside. Like, and look, they're all in different positions at different heights as well. I love this.
Like the pub masters on Dust 2 when they all scout the long cross. Oh my god. Anyways.
Gonna unleash a volley if someone comes through that door. Meanwhile, Taz breaks the deadlock, but there's RPK with the first one. He gets tagged down and fragged from Bialy. And Virtus.Pro on a full pistol round pick themselves up 2 kills. It could potentially be a 3rd. Apex is being traded out from Snacks.
Oh my gosh, he's got taken twice now from Snacks. You can't kill him. The headshot position over the wall is just too strong. And this round, man, this was a more, wait, they had 3 P250s. That was it. This is about as full of a save as you find in Global Offensive, and they've got it to a 3-on-2. Taz with that M4 now going quiet, and they're going to do it. They're going to win this round. Oh, maybe not. Existence strikes back, has the bomb, has found 2 kills, and could beeline to the B site. It's open, but he doesn't quite know that. Taz, the closest player up here in the connector, and Snacks low with the AK in the back of A site. His rotation will be long. And Existence, if he dropped that smoke, might telegraph the B site even more. Taz probably would have heard it bloom. Only 15 seconds remaining now on the clock. Yeah, and Taz knows. Oh, and he fakes. Okay, he'll still get back there with enough time.
Yeah, he'll get back here in enough time. Problem now is the retake will be coming in, and Taz tries to spray through the smoke. Existence, if he can get this kill onto Taz quickly. Snacks is only on 14 HP, and he's got the kill, and the second as well. Oh, and the pendulum of that round. You know, Virtus.Pro, they were on an eco. They managed to just about win it. They'll be feeling great, and then it lets it slip at the end. But you got to take things into consideration here, Helium. That was an eco, and they picked up 4 frags. That's still a very good round from Virtus.Pro, all things considered.
Yeah, that was sick. I'm glad. I love when teams just on those eco rounds or the big saves, they do something creative. I don't like when people go, I mean, they didn't even have armor in this case, but armor P250 and then just play default spots, like hoping that's going to work. Sometimes it does, but I think it's sometimes more mistakes of the enemy team when they happen to succeed. But here we go. Full back on rifles. Everyone with the M4. Pasha sticking with the unsilenced as he prefers it. And 4 AKs. And of course, who else but Kenny S with an AWP. And this time it's his own. So he's back to the Dragon lore.
Yeah, back to the AWP again. Hasn't really had a huge impact on this matchup. 9 and 15, bottom fragging on either team. But as I said, if he can show up late here on this map, it could be the factor that gets Titan across the finish line on VP's map. Second map will be Mirage. We are into the 22nd round, and the deadlock's been lifted from Snacks with the M4 through sewers. He's looking for a second. This is a good position to be in. If he re-peeks, he's going to get at least 1 kill. There we go. He's looking for another one. And Apex has no idea where he is. He's being tagged down. USP's pulled out. He rushes through, jumps in, Rambo mode, and he gets put down. But Virtus.Pro already with 2 casualties on the side of Titan. Looking good.
Yeah, and they're trying to get that bomb over towards B. The Lone Ranger there is going to be Taz. He's up on the platform, though. Kenny S, if he just keeps his sights on it, and maybe the other player... Oh, the other player went drop, though, so there's no one to support him. I think that's a tag through the box. That is pretty spammable, and peeking with a P250 brings down Taz. 3-on-2 right now. Apex pop flashing himself out of the drop room. Bialy was close enough that he's unaffected. Apex into the site, but is going to be brought down before he can cross. Kenny S now, it's all up to him. He's got a 2K already. He'll have to get 2 more. Drops the smoke. Oh, and he has to plant. Time is so low, and he won't be able to do it. Bialy brings him down, and VP with another round that's going to be their, what is that? Their first rifle round, actually, on the CT side. They got the first 3, immediately gave up 3, and now they're back on track.
They are back on track indeed. And it's just a case of Titan being a bit too slow there. I mean, it was a nice little confrontation towards the end when it was the 2-on-2, but Kenny, you know, he went for the only play he really could. You got an AWP, the chances of getting a double kill with 5 seconds to go are minimal to 0, and went for the cheeky plant, wasn't able to get it. So Titan find themselves with 2 Tech 9s, 3 AKs, pushing down B along. RPK does get the upper hand onto Neo. And that's going to open up things nicely, but look at Taz's position with the FAMAS. If he peeks at the right moment, this is going to get ugly, but all the grenades will force Titan to scatter and to, well, relocate by the looks of things. They're backing away from B towards mid. The bomb in the hands of Apex, taking point.
Leading the charge, yeah.
No one's on A from the CTs as well. They're starting to rotate, but they're not on the site just yet. Here we go. Pasha and Bialy are finally getting into position. But Titan a bit too slow there.
Titans also used all their smokes. They had thrown some over the walls to kind of sell a fake on towards B. So when they come out to A, I mean, this is not an easy site to take either. And I do know that there are some creative smoke walls you can drop on that A site. Titan, they're not going to be able to do it, so they'll just be relying on their raw fragging potential. There's a trade out, nicely done, Kenny. We'll find Pasha, but Bialy to bring him down. And now Snacks moving into that vent room with the silence. He's going to be spotted first, though. He saw one to the left, didn't see Existence. Existence will save his teammate. Now it's up to Taz on the rotation over. Looking at the CT money, if they lose this enough to save, but he's still going to go for it. 1-on-2 now. Bomb not planted. Time ticking actually in favor of Taz right now. But soon that's about to change.
Yeah, because that bomb has just been dropped down and planted from Existence. IREC jumping up and down on the van. Everything's on Taz. He has a flashbang, which could be pretty huge here. It's just a case of, is he going to get the drop on IREC? Because if he does, he's got every chance. He jumps up! Oh, man. That's like me playing a horror game, jumping out my seat, and I just, like, smash my hands on the keyboard in desperation. You can see Taz. He's not happy. He's not a happy bunny right now. He's mad. And as I said, they can't afford to buy, so that's doubly painful, because if they save the weapon, there's a chance they could use it. Taz went for broke, he went for the 1v2 clutch, he went for the glory and the fame, but instead he's back to an eco.
I mean, with the ... in all chat, I'm assuming he didn't mean to jump. Probably, maybe got startled or just like hit his keyboard and his thumb, and, you know, pressed on that space bar. Maybe he's a mouse wheel jumper and he, you know, flick shot it over there and kind of hit the scroll wheel. I know I fall victim to that on occasion. Kenny S, though, going to find that opening pick here at long, but it is just that eco round. More or less kind of a default setup, just the closer angles with the pistols. Existence here is actually flanking Neo as he rotates over. RPK brings down Pasha, and like we'll keep with Existence, see what he can do behind enemy lines. And easy frag for him onto Neo. A site open for business. Taz picked up that AK. He'll save it in the very back of B. And Bialy just going to look to do a little bit more damage.
There's no point for Bialy to save. Just the P2000. No grenades, no Kevlar, no defuse kit. He may as well just go in and try and get himself a kill. Bomb's been planted. Bialy now from the platform looking for some headshots. Did tag Kenny, I think, for 23, but that's all for now. And with that Molotov landing, can't afford to go back up again, so he's going to have to recollect himself and hope for an exit frag here on towards RPK, who's just pushing out, but no, it's not going to happen. And now Taz with the AK-47 should be able to save. Oh, he's pushing, actually.
Yeah, he can save if he kills Apex. He's going to have to work for this. He sees the barrel, though, yeah, so that's going to give him that advantage.
And the bomb's just exploded, so he will save this. AK takes away AK as well from Apex, so not too bad from him. But now Virtus.Pro, for the first time in this entire match, maybe, find themselves...
Yeah.
Is this the first time we've had a draw, or... They haven't been behind in this
Titan
game.
led for a while.
Oh, they did. Yeah, that's true.
In the first half, until the very end, when they brought it back to be 8-7. VP, that is, bringing it back. So first time in the second half that it's been
second half, yeah. Yeah, so first time in a little while, but, you know, Titan now, they're against an ecoed up Virtus.Pro, so they should be taking the lead.
Oh,
what a time to start to pull forward.
Interesting one-way here. Ooh. Maybe not super one-way, and now he'll fall behind the smoke. Did a bit of damage there to Kenny S, but has to fall back. RPK, meanwhile, and Existence also finding a bunch of frags. RPK doing very well on this map. Started off strong in the first half, and actually both him and Existence with 21 kills apiece, and the rest of the team at 13. Everyone kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, it just goes to show that they are all chiming together here, Titan, and at the right time as well. Neo's been dropped. Bialy, last player, has a 5-7. It is pretty deadly in his hands, but against 5, I don't think so. The bomb's just been planted, so it's strange, isn't it? The Virtus.Pro's tactics seem to be B, 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 B all day, every day. Titan are opting for A all the time.
Yeah, Titan just literally ignores B.
And it's working, so why the hell not? I mean, Virtus.Pro clearly are struggling with their A breaches each time. Like, they're losing players, they're getting picked off. I did mention before that Virtus.Pro like to play aggressive on CT side, but in doing so, they're gift wrapping a lot of kills across to the Frenchmen, and they're being made to pay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, A is pretty hard to hold, like, because you only put 2 people there, right? Because if you don't have 3 people at B, you literally, it's impossible to hold it with the way the catwalk's been changed, and also with the drop room, and then you got a player in the drop room who's going to be your quick rotator, so if you do quickly rotate one person over to A and bite on a fake, then suddenly your drop room's open, and B is going to be really easy to take. So it's like you gotta double up. You gotta have, I think, 1 B player at your block, 1 far back in the site, and 1 in drop. And then when the drop player rotates, then the other player goes into drop and covers it for you, just so you can have the quicker rotate. So the communication, I think, can be hard on the CT side.
Yeah, for sure. And as you say, right now it's going to be the setup that you were talking about. There is a boost though from Snacks. We haven't seen this just yet from VP, and it could catch Titan unawares up here on the ledge. Virtus.Pro still with 3 players over on B. The bomb is in the hands of RPK, and it is moving too long. And as the smoke, it's going to stop them for a few seconds. So VP quickly realizing, okay, it's not been the greatest of times for us. Let's make sure we lock this one down. And you can see that the rotation player is going to beat Neo with the AWP. He's pretty much slap bang in the middle of things. He can quickly rotate to either side. IREX been dropped to 16 HP. That's going to hurt. And that's Snacks from the boost. It is a bit of a gimmicky position. You can only really get 1 frag from there, and then people are going to check it every time. So he gets the kill and pulls back.
Yeah, I was just about to make that point. It's so big that he gets the kill and that they win this round, because they're pulling out the gimmick, the cheesy strats, to try to get this back tied up 13-13. And if that didn't work, that would have been pretty bad. But even still, Kenny S is pushed way up into the site almost.
Yeah.
But 2 people.
But there's no rotation from Neo. They're giving all of this information to Titan, and they trade it out, but that was such an odd play from VP. That could have been horribly wrong for them. Now they're moving into position. Now they're in a good spot with 10 seconds to go.
Whoa!
RPK
with the Molotov kill.
Oh my goodness, it's down to a 3-on-1. It's all on Taz. This bomb is being planted right now. Is there enough time? Yes, there is. And here's me riding off Titan in that round, and suddenly they're in a 3v1 in their favor.
Yeah, Snacks was super low, so the Molotov to the back of the site brought him down. You know, Neo went to the balcony to watch his cross with the op, but he couldn't do anything to save him from the Molotov, and then also getting flanked there in the balcony. Now it's Taz trying to move over. And, I mean, it's not moving into a play-to-tie scenario yet. It's just going to be tight on 14 rounds. Taz, uh-oh, he misses that shot. RPK now moving on that chase. He's going to try to get out of the door. Pop flash over the boulder. Might have been better if Taz just tried to hit the shot on RPK coming out of the door. And instead, not able to save anything. VP now, what are they going to do? Are they going to buy to play for the win, or are they going to take, I would say, the slightly safer approach and save here and then play for OT? And it looks like they will take the second option.
Because it's kind of two cracks at the whip, so to speak, where you get a chance to potentially get the round here with CZs and 5.7s, but it also allows you to buy next round as well. Maybe throw a couple of masses, maybe a scout. We've already seen Neo using that weapon before in a similar scenario. So Virtus.Pro as well, you know, remember going back to the Eco where they only bought up a couple of P250s, they were able to take Titan down to one player. So they definitely have it in their repertoire to pull this off, but again, they're losing players trying to get information. Pasha gets headshotted down. And VP, I mean, they're in a position where they're going to be playing 3 map points on their choice of map. And here comes the push. Snacks lines them up, but he can't get a kill. Taz does finish off Apex, going in for seconds, gets the frag. And potentially another one. Kenny S, though, both miss his shot, goes in with the Tech 9, finally takes him down, gets the bomb. But VP again in these ecos, I mean, they're coming out swinging. They're not going down without a fight.
Yeah, they've been pretty lethal in their... I haven't actually won one of them, though. The one where they did that cool stack on CT middle, it came into a 1v1. Or no, it was even a 1v2 in favor of VP at the end there, but still couldn't quite convert on it. But yeah, they have been, you know, pretty good on them with how much damage they've been able to deal. I mean, if they're going to win one, this would be the one to do it. But it's still going to be tough. Kenny S alive with that op, and now they're going back towards that A site, which is completely open. Connector to be smoked off, and actually, they don't have another one, so they won't be able to smoke off the balcony. Molly to clear out the back of the site just to make sure they don't get caught off guard. Existence brings down Neo. Now it's just up to Bialy. Bomb going down. Once again with the timer going to red there before they get the bomb down.
Yeah. Once again, and Bialy is in familiar territory, no clutch, and well, it's the same result. He falls down. So that's going to be the scenario here. Virtus.Pro, 3 rounds back-to-back required for them to take us into overtime, and this was their choice of map. They'd be going across the Mirage, which historically Virtus.Pro is still very, very confident on, but they would have been expecting a pretty clear-cut victory here. Remember as well, guys, they picked up 7 rounds on T side, so their CT side has been really lacking today.
I think Titans definitely just caught them off guard with how often and how well they have been taking that A site. Neo, though, finally, Titan will put one out towards B. Actually, 2 towards B, kind of on the lurk, getting a fast look into the drop, but it does not pay off for Existence. He was brought down. And, well, there you go. That gives VP a pretty good shot on this round. Having the man advantage on Combo is going to be a big deal. And a healthy one, too, because Taz didn't take too much damage from whatever he took damage from, and Neo got out from the kill unscathed. But Pasha finding another kill there, and now Neo there, going into the connector from the vent room, finds Apex, and it's just IOREC and Kenny S. Kenny S with the op, pushing up that stable, so we've seen him in this position quite a lot. Trying to watch the connector. Will hit Snacks. Got one in the sight, but he's peeking towards the right. Pasha was a little more on his left. And Will went out on the op battle. VP now getting it within 2, but so much money on Titan. They will be set with rifle rounds for their next, what is it going to be, 2 match points that they have available to them?
Yep. Indeedy, that is the situation they find themselves in. They will easily be able to afford up every single round from here on out. Virtus.Pro, so much pressure on their shoulders. Pasha, importantly, survived, and they do keep that AWP going forward. Gives them quite a lot of strength to play with. Molotov from Snacks, making sure that mid-push isn't on the cards. But again, Titan, they haven't particularly been fast on any of these rounds. They're happy enough sitting back, waiting for a good minute or so to pass, and then to start pushing in. Long gets pushed, and Pasha's caught in transition. And that is simply huge for Titan. Not only is it their first frag, but it's the AWPer down Oh my goodness, Virtus.Pro, they couldn't have started this round worse. And now
Yeah, it's going
all
to be
the pressure's
tough.
on the rest of them.
You've got IOREC just lurking towards B. The bomb's actually kind of making its way back through the hallways there. And yeah, they throw off some of these set smokes and flashes towards the A site. RPK is there, going to get spammed down through the door. Again, that thing is paper thin. It was not built by the same people that built Dust 2. The doors are weak. IOREC, though, hits that entry. He was the lone man at B, and he opens it up. The rest of the team now barreling in behind him. Bialy there by the rock, trying to hold on. Kenny will miss one op shot. Will not miss a second. Stacks, though, in the meantime, did find a kill. Apex shuts down the flank, and it's just Bialy in a 1v3, and he can't do it. Existence with the final frag of the match. The most kills as well, on his team with 26. RPK with 25. Taz, even though they lost, dropped a 30 bomb there on Cobble. And that will be map number 1 in the books. I know a lot of you watching this probably thinking, oh, this was Titan's map pick, but not actually. VP, they also do like the map. They went for the pick onto Cobble, and it was actually Titan here that picked up Mirage, which, as we all know, is a very good map for VP. So it's kind of role reversal, but each team kind of playing their comfort map, I think, and VP in a great position to strike back when you take it over to Mirage. And actually, I wanted to check out the standings for you guys. VP is the team in first. They've played 9 series overall. They've won 6 of them 2-0. They've lost 1 decisively, and they've tied 2 of them. So they're in the lead with 14 points. They're actually way out there in first. The only other teams that have played 9 times are Gamers 2, who are actually in fourth with 10 points. So the other Polish squad doing quite well. Existence has played 9 games, and they are down in the bottom with 2 points. They've had some good performances, but haven't been able to get those wins and those points. It's been a bit rough. And Titan, which is, I guess, the team that matters more in this case, have played 7. They've won 2, lost 2, and tied 3 with 7 points. So they're definitely a team that's going to be maybe sneaking in on the fringe in that 3rd spot, because it's 3 teams that we are taking in to the CEVO Season 7 LAN at the MLG Arena at the end of July. 3 teams from Europe, 3 teams from North America, and 2 teams already being invited. That's Fnatic and Envious. So we'll see what happens when we flip over to map 2. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. And Metuz, I think, might be back.
I am. Sorry, yeah. I forgot to unmute my microphone because I'm special like that. I was like talking.
Yeah.
Like
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's my bad. But just going back on to what you're talking about with the league, I mean, this game means a hell of a lot more for Titan than it does VP. VP are in a great position already. Titan need to start getting some wins, so that was key for them. And now Mirage, they need to make sure they get the all-important W.
Yeah, most definitely. Although a loss hurts, and I'm sure VP would like to get out of this with the tie, and we'll see what they can do on map 2 in just a little bit. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a break. Just remind you one more time what you're watching. It's the CEVO MLG Pro League, and who's casting? It's myself, Helium. You can hit me up on Twitter at HeliumBrella. Meta's here at Metas TV. I believe cameras are off today, so the Twitters are up in the top. Let us know what you thought, and give a follow if you liked it. And we'll be back, so stay tuned.